Back to Cocktails with Queen Soulmates. If you want to see more Foxhole content, go to www.foxhole.tv or download that Foxhole app, or you can watch us on Fox Now, Fire TV, Roku, YouTube, Apple TV, Zumu, Tubi, or Caffeine.tv. Ladies, there was a whole bunch of scandal going on this weekend. The singer FKA Twigs has revealed some disturbing claims against actor Shia LaBeouf. I don't even know if I could talk about all the stuff she did say. Her lawsuit against Shia said that he was emotionally abusive to her during their relationship and after they worked together on the movie Honey Boy. She said on one occasion he choked her and he whispered, "If you don't stop, you're gonna lose me." She also posted a courageous message on her Instagram. She said, "I hope by sharing my experience, I can truly help others feel like they're not alone." The singer Sia also came out to support Twigs and revealed she was also abused by him. She also accused him of giving her allegedly an STD, one that she lingers. So that's alleged. What are your thoughts on these ladies sharing their experiences? Both speaking out against the man that abused both of them.
I think that they were supporting each other. I think that they both needed each other to validate their story. I mean, not to validate it, but to make a stronger point that he did this to her and he did this to me too. You know what I mean? So I kudos for them. Don't let it happen to somebody else.
I think that's really wonderful to see women instead of them like, oh, that's what she gets. You know what I mean? I could have told her, you know what I mean? Because she started her message to her with love. She was like, hey, love you, girl. And man, sorry you're going through this, but yeah, I went through that too. Her and him started dating, I guess, when they did a video together. But she immediately came to her defense instead of laughing at her. And I was happy to see that.
Wasn't he on some kind of a drug or something? Like I remember him being in the news for being like going crazy or something. Didn't he lose his mind?
Yeah, he was either barking at the car or doing something.
He was doing something where they had to put the people in a straitjacket or something. Like I remember.
Come get him. So I just want to ask that to y'all. Why, as women, do y'all think that we attracted to a little tick tick boom of a guy?
Why?
Yes, the bad boys. I mean, like literally, like when you young, you kind of like, oh yeah, I'm gonna fix him, or he ain't gonna do that to me. You know what I mean? You'd be like, bitch, no, oh, you too. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, the people was just in a straitjacket, and that's why I'm like, dude was just down to the crazy. Like I'm trying to figure out like what was they doing? Like, oh, I like how he barking at that car. I'm gonna get him. Like,
right? You see what I'm saying?
But I think women are nurturers, and we also, especially, we think we can fix everything and help everybody.
I was just saying that. Why do we do that though? Why do we do that? Because when someone shows you who they are, Maya Angelou said it, didn't she? Angela said it. When somebody shows you who they really are, believe it. Please do. When you get older, you start to believe the signs. You do. You're quicker at it.
Let me say this though. Sometimes, what is that other saying? Another man's trash is another man's treasure. So different people energy to get together. He may have done that to her, but then the nurturer feels like, well, he won't do that to me because he and our energy is different.
Mm-hmm. But then he'd end up doing it to both of them. He end up barking at both.
and a lot of times we think we get an ego. I think a lot of times our ego makes us think, well, I'm special and he won't do that to me. I have a friend that's going through the similar situation. Her name's Aisha, and she found out that her guy, he abused another girl that he was cheating on her with. I'm going to actually do a show on domestic violence and how women come together sometimes and they support each other. And they can be there for each other instead of blaming each other and letting the man get off scot-free, because that happens.
They should do that when it comes to cheating as well. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Cheated with you. Come on and tell me, girl, that you cheated with my man, and then we could go and be in this together. You know what I mean? He's a cheater. Like
maybe he got it all going on down to the pipe.
That obviously has something to do with this.
He must be slaying and banging because I don't
believe that.
You know what? I've never been stigmatized where like that is gonna make me lose my mind, where I lose my sensibilities. But I'm not saying it doesn't happen. It does happen.
It has.
I don't know about that, Claudia. You lost it for a little minute.
Right, Claudia. Come on, Claudia. Somebody done blew out that back. Stop that,
girl. The back has been blown, but it doesn't affect my brain, is what I'm saying.
Okay. The back, but not the brain.
I've been jammed up before. I was young, but I got jammed up a couple times. A couple of third legs took me out of here.
You have, Claudia. That's what I heard. That's what they said. That's
from your friend? Lisa Ray, from your friend?
Your friend. Yo.
You already know what that was. That was aspirational.
I ain't going to gossip, so you ain't heard it from me.
I wish he was blowing my back out. It wasn't the case, though. New York Governor Andrew Cuomo is facing sexual harassment claims from a former advisor, Lindsay Bolin. In a series of tweets, she calls out Cuomo. She says, "Yes, Governor Andrew Cuomo sexually harassed me for years. Many saw and watched. I could never anticipate what to expect. Would I be grilled on my work, which was very good, or harassed about my looks, or would it be both in the same conversation?" Now, these accusations did come out the very weekend that Joe Biden announced that Andrew Cuomo is being considered for the Attorney General position. Should we take these accusations seriously? I never heard nothing bad about him before this, but that doesn't mean he didn't do it. But let's be fair here. What are your thoughts on the timing of this information? And
right. I just have a problem with the timing of it because
thank you.
No, I'm not saying that it did or did not happen. I don't know. And she got every right to say that it did if it did. However, why now? Why is it so conveniently happening now? Because if this happened years ago, why you ain't say shit then?
Right. And then she said it happened for years. So obviously you weren't that uncomfortable.
Hello, somebody.
Not to victim shame whatsoever. Really, we're not about that. But it just always blows me away when people step out at opportunistic moments. You know what I mean? Like literally, you kind of go, "Oh, there we go." So like we don't see that you look like an opportunist. It's now just happening that you got to come out. And I mean, I hate to say it. Him and his brother, they seem like two upstanding, fine. Let me just put that in there. So, if you was getting harassed for years,
I'm with y'all on that as well. If a woman is being harassed, she need to come out. But girl, if he was harassing you this whole years, you see what Cuomo looked like, you probably was like, because I'm just saying,
go through that for years. It's
not just saying
for you if it's something that you're going through daily. If you're working with him after a while,
been said something.
Not necessarily,
but you never know. You never know. I'm not trying to single the
as
girl.
I said, exactly. Things do happen, but
men are insane and they do use their power to be terrible. But
absolutely,
you know me. I usually am very much believing the woman, but I do feel like Andrew Cuomo is not someone that you don't really see every day to be reminded of it. And then he popped up. Then you're like, I gotta say something. He's someone that's been highly visible for a long time.
And especially lately.
At the peak, he was like he was America's hero. And I would just think that it does look suspicious the weekend of this announcement. And I don't want to be one of those people that say, well, why now? That it doesn't mean it's true. It doesn't mean it's not true. But it is weird that this weekend and right after Trump loses, I don't know. And I kind of cap for them as well. But listen, if she ain't lying, we'll have her back. But if she's lying, then we're going to drag her. So we're going to take a quick break and we have more cocktails.
That part.
When we return. No Cuomo slander will be tolerated here.
Not on Messy Mondays.
You better be innocent, Andrew. Welcome back to Cocktails with Queens. Now, before we went to break, we were talking about the Cuomo brothers and how we won't tolerate any slander. And we got to be fair. We got to keep it, 100 here. We got a comment from the YouTube commenters, and someone said, we just talked about this with Shia, but y'all easily believe Shia did it and had, the allegations of abuse, but we're refusing to believe it with Andrew Cuomo because we like him. So let's discuss that real quick and let's talk about it.
I got the finger up. Let me get it. Reputation is everything. Shia LaBeouf has a reputation of being a little tick, tick, boom. Cuomo was the hero during COVID that made us believe in leadership.
And we're not saying that we don't know if either one of them have done either of what they're saying that they've done. We're just elaborating on it because Shia has two people that came forward that has said yes, then it's kind of easier to believe two people opposed to one.
And Lisa Ray, can I piggyback on that? Shia released a statement saying that, he is sorry for some of the some of his past actions. So he released a statement basically saying, hey, I messed up. I had some bad relationships, which does happen. You know, love and war and pain and all of that is crazy, especially when you're in it. But for two women to come out and say the statement, and then he releases a statement, and then Cuomo, for that, it just, come on, baby, you got to put that on the scale and think what's right.
Or maybe
they
didn't have all the information, so now they do.
But not only that, who's to say that we can have separate opinions about two different entities?
That's true.
We need to stop trying to make apples and oranges be the same fruit. This is a different situation with totally different characteristics, totally different facts. So this is a set of facts that we judged this way. This facts over here, we judge this way. It's called a matter of opinion. We do not have to place every single opinion the same on every single subject. That's not normal.
And
let's think critically on every single situation.
And let's state the obvious. The Shia case is a woman alleging abuse and being given possibly an incurable STD. And Cuomo's accuser is saying that he flirted with her and there was some text messages. It's, to me, that is a huge difference in degrees of what it's about. So, you know, that's that. And we said what we said.